Hello and welcome to the Cousins Coffee and Cryptids podcast, the podcast where cousins, Will and myself, talk about cryptids, ghost stories, urban legends, and much more. Yeah, I'm out of practice for that a little bit.
Yeah, nice script.
So that's our intro out of the way. I was gonna get Will to do it, but he's a bit thick at the moment. So,
Bit groggy.
so yeah, all right. So before the podcast, well, one thing today, I actually do have a coffee while we're recording this time. I was gonna make an iced coffee, but I was like, nah, I kind of want a warm drink right now. Um, so yeah, so we were talking before the podcast about Streamlabs, right?
Yes, sir.
So obviously, I've been recording the podcast on Streamlabs, or Streamlabs OBS as it was known, but now it's obviously not known as that because they're going to take that out of it, and good riddance. But so I had to move over to Streamlabs because my OBS studio was fucking up, and I couldn't do anything with it. I couldn't stream, couldn't record. Now we're on my OBS, so there might be some weird audio or anything like that because we haven't fully set it up. But yeah, like that drama was kind of intense. Did you see anything about it?
I actually didn't. I saw something that Bella tweeted or something, and I just didn't bother reading up on it because I'm too lazy to.
Okay, so
I thought it was just how much it takes up, how much CPU and shit.
no, so Streamlabs got called out by I can't remember who it was. Jump on Twitter real quick and have a look. I think it was called a thing called Lightstream or something like that. Yeah, Lightstream. The Lightstream is a live streaming studio in your browser. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it actually does, but basically they sort of like basically copied it word for word. And they basically copied exactly what Lightstream did, and then even Elgato got in on it. So basically, Lightstream, they actually called out Streamlabs in like a meme. They said, "Hey, can I copy your homework?" with a clown emoji as like who's talking. So I'm assuming they're calling Streamlabs clowns. And then they reply, "Yeah, just change it up a bit so it's not obvious you copied." And it says clown bet, and it's basically Streamlabs' version of Lightstream completely copying it. And Elgato actually replied saying, because they came out with a Streamlabs Stream Deck, didn't they? And you know that first time meme with the noose?
Yeah.
They replied with that, like to to Lightstream. And also Streamlabs actually did reply to this tweet saying, "We made a mistake. Text on the landing page was a placeholder text that went into production by error. This is our fault. We removed the text as soon as we found out our intended version is now live. Lightstream team is great, and we've reached out directly to them to apologize." So basically, they got called out, and then OBS sort of like spilt some tea because everyone thought Streamlabs and Streamlabs OBS was actually a collaboration with OBS, right?
Yeah.
Turns out it wasn't. OBS. Right, here we go. Legally, Streamlabs didn't do anything wrong. Morally, they did. So, OBS tweeted near the launch. Near the launch of Streamlabs OBS, Streamlabs reached out to us about using the OBS name. We kindly asked them not to. They did so anyway and followed up by filing a trademark. So they took the trademark of OBS, I think. We tried to sort this out in private, but they've been uncooperative at every turn. So so that legally they've done everything by the books, right? But because they've basically been scumbags, everyone's just dipped and ditched Streamlabs. So Streamlabs are changing their name from Streamlabs OBS to just Streamlabs. Because like I said, they got called out, and obviously now they want to look good. So they tweeted, "We are taking immediate action to remove OBS from our name. Streamlabs OBS is built on top of the OBS open source platform. Streamlabs OBS is also open source, which I've never actually seen. And our code is publicly available. We take responsibility for our actions and support the community." Basically, people, they're not happy with that. So they're gonna remove OBS from the name. So that is kind of why I didn't want to use Streamlabs anymore either. And I was desperate to move back over to OBS Studio. But that's pretty much what happened. It wasn't literally just because of their hardware. I mean, that was one of the reasons people were giving them shit, was because of the hardware usage that apparently it takes up.
Oh yeah.
So
fucking low.
Now I've moved over to Stream Elements for my bot and my alert and things. And I heard sound alerts actually something separate, so I don't think that's actually tied into Streamlabs themselves. So I'm fine with that. But yeah, that's the tea. That's the tea for that.
That's the tea, sis.
So that's pretty much what happened. But
that's coffee.
Huh?
Said that's coffee.
That's coffee. Yeah. Are we gonna really coin that phrase? Are we? Because our name's got coffee. In. That's the coffee.
The coffee. I'm
pretty sure I just cringed. Yeah. So I'm quickly gonna mess with my filter. Give me 2 seconds.
No, I don't think I will give you 2 seconds, Bradley, because you're in the middle of a podcast episode right now. Okay.
Yeah. Shut up. Okay, so today's episode is dun dun dun. As you see by the title, it is British Big Cats, also referred to as ABCs, which means BBC. Yeah. Yeah, but the thing, the thing is we've got BBC in the UK as well as BBC in other terms of what BBC is.
Other terms is what, Bradley? In what?
Big black cock. Anyway, so they're also referred to as ABCs, which means alien or anomalous. I don't know what that means. Well, alien big cats, pretty much. And obviously they're called aliens because they're not native to the UK, right?
Yes.
So
yeah.
So the sort of the general sort of definition of them is: in British folklore, British big cats, also referred to as ABCs, phantom cats, and mystery cats, feature reported sightings of large felids in the British.
Felids. That's like tigers, all them shits.
Oh, okay.
All them motherfuckers.
Yeah, in the British countryside, these creatures have been described as panthers, pumas, or black cats. Technically, panther's obviously not a real animal. So this one's actually a bit closer to home for us. Because I don't... What year was it? Let me check. I've got the news...
What year?
The news thing.
What year was it? What,
2009. Right, 2000... No. In 2009, me and Will grew up in a place called Hertfordshire in the UK.
Mm-hmm.
And there was... In 2009, there was a lot of sightings around that time of like a big, like sort of black cat creature people were reporting in an area named, I think it was Chorley Wood, right? That they did it.
I think so.
Which was pretty close to us. And there was also one spotted on the M25 coming off into Maple Cross, which is where I grew up. I'm not going to reveal where Will grew up, but that's where I grew up because I no longer live there. So British big cats, like, obviously, like, they're not native to the UK, but there are reported, like, hunting, like, killings of these animals in the UK. Yeah. So I've got a story and stuff, and I've got some statistics and things like that. But so the reason that this is like our first cryptid, right? These actually come under the cryptid name or category, I guess. 4 episodes in, and we're finally talking about a cryptid. but it's not a recent thing. These things have been popped
Oh,
up. It's back between, I think it was, I made a note of it. Where was it? Yeah, modern times. The wave of big cat reports come from like the 1950s.
yeah, 1959. A
Yes,
wave of big
the
cat reports.
late 50s, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So, um, so yeah, I mean, it's weird because like when you think cryptids and things like that, you never really think of the UK, right? You always think of America
Yeah,
and Europe
yeah,
having the better, like the best
yeah, yeah.
folklore and things.
The better
Yeah,
ones.
the better one. It's like I remember when I was younger and I was talking to my mum. I was like, "Why does America have all the cool animals and we've got all the boring animals?" And my mum was like, would you really enjoy going into the woods? Because where I used to live, there were woods right next to me, right? Would you really go into the woods with the risk of getting eaten by a wolf or a bear? And I was like,
Yeah.
well, now I'm grateful for that, but like, I mean, we did have bears and
Like,
wolves at one point, right?
yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
obviously went extinct a couple hundred years ago, but I mean, I think they're introducing wolves back into Scotland and the Scottish Highlands. I think.
Yeah, no, yeah, I heard that.
Um, I'm not sure if they're still doing it, but so in the Watford Observer, this was a big this was a big deal back then,
Oh
man. Like
yeah,
honestly, this was a big deal. Like the news was reporting on it and everything. Like you probably don't remember, right?
barely, but
I mean, you were younger. I mean, I was.
oh yeah,
Oh God, when was this? February
fucking
2009. How old was I then?
lad,
I don't know.
too young.
It was over 10 years ago. So I was kind of like, wait, how much older am I? Am I 4 years older than you? No,
I'm 19.
I'm 23. I'm like 3 years and a
Why is it
month.
this hard?
Yeah, bro, I can't be asked to math right now. But this was a long time ago. Okay, this was a long time
Yeah.
ago. I remember distinctly because obviously we keep talking about it, right? Like
Oh yeah.
it was a big thing, and I
Yeah,
remember once,
yeah,
like, you remember in Maple Cross there was the little park and the big park. Do you ever remember those?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
Little pub,
the
big
little park
pub.
was right next to the woods, right? Um,
Yeah.
and to get in the woods, there's like a hill to go down. You go into like in the woods, you go down in like on like down a hill. And I remember it was getting kind of dark, and we were talking about the panther, and there was this kid I can't remember who it was, who went to my school at the time or something like that. Like he was like a local kid. He was my friend, of course. I wasn't just doing this to some random kid. But I kept pushing him into the woods, and because he was shitting himself because of this panther sighting in the area, and
Mm,
he wouldn't go in the woods, and I kept pushing him. I like now I look back on it, it was kind of an arsehole thing to do. Like
little bit.
it was very mean to do. Um, but
A little bit
yeah,
funny.
yeah, I kept pushing him into the woods. I stopped when he was genuinely that scared. Like he started to cry, and I
Yeah.
stopped and I apologized to him. I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize you were
Not bad.
you were that scared of it." And I was like, I remember saying to him like, "Oh man, it's just stories. It's not true." But who knows, man? I've done a lot of reading into this. But it could be true.
Yeah.
So they stem from. There's a couple of theories to where they come from. Did you read about any of the theories to what they are?
I didn't actually.
I don't know what material you have. Do you want to share it with me?
I mean, I have something about the Aquadrome.
The Aquadrome. Oh,
Sadly,
really?
yeah. There's a big. Someone was fucking recording a swan bobbing his head, and in the background there was a fucking big cat.
Oh, really? So the
Yeah.
Aquadrome is like
No,
a.
fucking.
What is the Aquadrome?
It's a bunch of lakes. You walk around them and shit.
Well, what is an Aquadrome? So Aquadrome, Rickmansworth Aquadrome is it's there's only a couple in the country apparently.
Oh shit.
It's like a it's like a park, right? It's like a not a national
It's
park, but
a
it's like a park, right?
public park. It's a
Yeah, yeah.
public park. It's a local nature
So
reserve.
so when I say park, before when I was talking about the woods. I mean like playground to Americans.
Yeah,
So like a playground, whereas this is a park, you know, with lakes and woods and
and
um.
shit.
Look up Rickmansworth Aquadrome if you need like visual representation. But so, yeah. So there's a couple theories as to what they are. There's a fringe theory, which I think is like a. I'm not 100% sure what a fringe theory is, but it suggests that the animals may be surviving ice age fauna. Leopards, scimitar-toothed cats, which are basically like saber-toothed cats. Lions and lynxes have been found in the British Isles. Had been found in the British Isles. So at one point in time, we had big cats in the British Isles and things like that, which is
Yeah.
true. Like you know, like places like Serbia and things, right? They had like lions back in the day. You know what I mean? Because like look at like ancient Greece, you always see like lions and things.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
like the lions were around back then, around that sort of area. Is this what? Oh yeah.
Here's the video.
Is this the aqua? Oh, it is the aquadrome. Yeah.
Yeah, it's literally the
This
Aquadrome,
is
bro.
that. Do you know what I love about this subject is how close to home it really is.
Oh yeah, bro. It literally
It's
fucking.
this is on Good Morning Britain, and this is literally. Oh my god, yo, that is
Yeah,
huge.
yeah, yeah.
Oh
That
god.
doesn't look like a dog either, bro.
I'll drop the tweet link in the description. But
It's how it's moving.
yeah, it's quite big, right?
Yeah.
So the theory was back when it first spotted in Chorleywood was that it was a big dog that had escaped someone's leash.
Mm.
But nobody was buying that, man. Okay, so you remember when I said that there were hunters like killing like big cats? Well, in 19, well, not killing necessarily, but in 1980, a puma or a mountain lion or a cougar to other people was captured alive in Scotland.
Scotland.
Scotland. So uh, um it was captured alive. It was a puma in Scotland. Generally
Yeah.
believed to be escaped or released pets that have been held illegally. Like that's quite a
Yeah,
lot.
you know, yeah. Yeah.
And I've noticed that it's in the countryside, right? So
Mhm.
think about it, right?
Yeah.
Like where I am now, we have a zoo, and I'm up the north of the UK, and we have
Yeah.
lions. So there are big cats that are adapted to this environment.
Oh man, yeah, yeah.
So if
Oh
they get
yeah.
out, they could survive.
Easily.
I mean, there is actually an entire cryptid. I think it's the Beast of Bodmore or whatever it's called, which we'll go into in another episode. Which is one of UK's biggest sort of folklore cryptid sort of things.
Mm.
But here's some statistics. All right, number of sightings between April 2004 and July 2005. Yeah, in
Yeah.
Devon there was 132,
Holy
Yorkshire
fuck.
127, Scotland 125, Wales 123, Gloucestershire 104, Sussex 103, Cornwall 99, Kent 92, Somerset 91, and Leicestershire 89.
Yeah,
That was in the
Jesus.
space of just over a year. That's a lot of sightings.
That is a
I mean,
lot.
it's not as many as I don't think it's as many as like America's with their Bigfoot sightings and things, but that is a
Nah,
lot,
but
right?
yeah, no, yeah, that is a lot.
Yeah, that is a mad picture though.
Oh yeah, it's fucking nuts video. It's
Uh,
how it's moving, bro. Though that's the thing. It's not moving like a dog. It's moving like a madness. Ew.
yeah, it was, yeah, yeah, like, one of the comments on it is, looks like a big cat to me, a black leopard or jaguar, its movement is so much
Mm.
like one of those. It is, right?
No, yeah, yeah,
If I can,
yeah.
I'll try and get the video up. I don't really know how to download Twitter videos. If you do, you can send it to me real quick, but so this one was spotted near Chorleywood. This is where it all sort of stemmed for us back in 2009. So this was an entire news thing. So it's not a long sort of story. It's not a long article, but so workers on the forthcoming M25 widening project have already upset many local residents. They may, however, be facing a more dangerous opponent, a big cat. Motorist Karen Thomas said that she was stunned to see a large black feline prowling just yards from the roadside at around 3 p.m. on Thursday afternoon. So, it was 3 p.m. on Thursday afternoon in April. So, it wasn't exactly dark. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, bro. Middle of the fucking day.
It was, yeah, just yards. So, you could see it was a big cat. Mrs. Thomas from I don't know what that fuck that is. Was driving between junctions 18 and 19 at the time of sighting. She said, I am clear as a bell about what I saw. It was a large black cat slinking along and hugging the perimeter of a field about a quarter of the way between the junctions. It was about 50 feet away and was far, far bigger than any dog, about 10 times bigger. It really was like something you'd find in a zoo with a long, rangy back and long tail. It definitely was not a normal cat. It looked more like a panther. I didn't feel threatened at the time, but I certainly wouldn't want to come across it if I was walking. Mrs. Thomas reported the sighting to the police and has registered it on the national database tracking similar sightings. Have you seen this? Right, so like
That's kind of nuts because it wasn't exactly dark.
which some of the sightings were, right, in the area at the time.
Yeah.
They were it was at night. They saw like a big black object crossing the road kind of thing. But that's close to us, man. That was close to us where we grew up.
Yeah.
And this Aquadrome photo is mad. Like, if it's real and it is a big cat, that's like I said, man. This is close to home for us. This is like a story of our area. It's not just like some cryptid that we necessarily researched into. You know, in the Pacific Northwest of America. It's genuinely right next to us, pretty much. But it was. I'm no longer near. But
yeah, fucking, it's still next to me.
yeah, Will's gonna get eaten by a panther. Wait, didn't you say you had a sort of experience with it?
Yeah, well, I didn't. Mum and Dad did. They said they saw a panther at the back of our garden on top of our fence or the shed.
Yeah. So a bit of context. So if you go out into his garden, he's got like a half of it sort of like it was like concrete, right?
Half concrete, half grass.
And then the rest of it was like
and
at the bottom there's like a shed essentially.
Huge fucking shed.
Yeah, like a huge shed, and over that shed is like just trees covering it, pretty much, isn't
it? Yeah.
But personally, I never had an experience with it. I always felt the thing is, I kind of forgot about it after a while because I'd walk through the woods to go to the shop with my earphones in, and like. Do you know once I remember walking through the woods and I was playing Sweet Dreams, Sweet Dreams of me. Right, and then it gave me a flashback to that first ever scene in Grimm on the first episode where she's jogging through the woods and gets eaten. Yeah, bro, I was like, I had to change the song because I felt so uneasy.
Hold up.
No, I'm gonna get eaten here.
Someone named right.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, we grew up with basically saying, there's panthers in the woods.
Yeah.
There's panthers in the area.
Yeah.
We sort of grew up with it, right?
Oh, thing. Yeah.
And we used to obviously use it as a way of
excuse to kill people and blame it on the animals.
I'm personally not me. I mean, you do you. No judgment here. But
I can feel the judgment.
Yeah, we would use it obviously as like a way of pranking our friends and things. Like me growing up with obviously, like I said, I was a bit older than you, so I sort of remember it a bit more. It was still a big thing, right? You know, do you remember? Do you remember
Yeah,
when that
yeah,
woman
yeah.
saw that panther in Chorley Wood? Do you remember when she saw it like by the motorway and all that? And yeah, I mean, well, I don't know. It was
Actually got passed around.
it was weird. But like I said,
Fucking thing is.
it's more of a personal thing this time because it's our it's
Ours.
we're not necessarily in the countryside. We are pretty close to London. Um, but
But
there is
there's
a lot
still,
of open area
yeah,
like fields and wooded areas and things.
woods, yeah.
I haven't heard about an attack though. Have you?
I haven't. No.
When I
I
did
haven't
do
heard
some
anything
research,
recently.
when I did do some research, I didn't hear about an attack. I'm pretty sure there was an attack on like livestock at one point. Um,
No, yeah, I saw that, yeah.
but I think I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah.
I'm not 100% sure about that though. Um. Oh, so okay. So the the big cat you sent me the video.
Yeah.
It wasn't just a video. It was a live broadcast.
Was it?
Yeah,
Oh shit.
and it was part of Good Morning Britain's broadcast, and people spotted it and pointed it out. Um, that is, I'm just
Yeah.
gonna rewatch this video real quick because
It is very convincing if it's fucking not.
yeah, like it's kind of mad.
Oh, this one's recent. September 30th of September 2021.
Okay, what's that?
Dozens of big cat sightings reported over the past couple of days.
Nice. They're coming out of the woodworks. I see. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's crazy. This one you sent me. Um, why
Oh
you
yeah,
sort
that one is
why you
nuts.
sort of read about that? I have got a story. You did ask me if I found a story.
Yeah.
I did find a story. I don't know. I can't remember where it's based. It says of Lloyd's Avenue. I can't remember. I can't remember where this is based. Um. Oh, this is a couple. I think. I'm not 100% sure. All right. So it was about 4 to 5 feet long, and it was certainly no pussycat. Said Sharon of Lloyd's Avenue at the time. When I first saw it, I thought it was a bin liner because it was so black. But then it started to move, and as it turned sideways, I could see all its muscles rippling as it walked. This sounds like a Wattpad story. I'm not gonna lie. The
Yeah,
creature
a little
disappeared.
bit.
The creature disappeared into dense woodland, and Sharon lost sight of it. She estimated it to have been about 60 yards from the animal when she spotted it, and didn't seem to notice me at all, and was like something you see on a wildlife program. She told her husband of the encounter, and a search was made of the woods with the help of friend Paul Wilton. Good old Paul. They found a single large footprint in a ditch close to the last sighting of the animal, but the hunt otherwise proved to be fruitless. We could hear branches breaking off, and in the distance something was moving in the undergrowth, said Paul of Marshfield Close, Marchwood. Print was left by a large animal, and I had not seen anything like it before. The incident was one of a number of reported sightings of big cats in Hampshire. It was Hampshire around that time. Some animal experts put it all down to overactive imaginations, but others believe there to have been several big cats living across the country. That annoys me when it's always like, oh, you're just thinking it, you're just imagining it, right?
You're just seeing
But
things.
why is it? But is it so like
Hard to
yeah?
believe.
Is it definitely a thing that doesn't happen? Is there like absolutely no big cats at all in the UK?
Yeah.
All one has to do is escape from a zoo, or like
No, yeah.
two, and then they breed, and then it's
More come around.
like all right. So like hippos in Colombia, I learned about
Colombia.
were
Ah,
actually
Colombia.
are actually invasive species. They came from Africa, but they're in Colombia, the Colombian jungles because of Pablo Escobar.
Pablo Emilio
They
Escobar.
went from like
Yeah,
five
no, yeah.
hippos to like 200 or something like that. But
Yeah, they be fucking.
They'd be pounding. But who says that can't be the same for like a big cat, right?
Exactly.
So what's this article that you just found?
It was shit. It didn't say location or
We
anything.
don't need the location.
It's a me.
Like I said, it's not Hertfordshire's not even here on the
I
reported
forget
sightings list. But it's happened. But like I said, it's different because it's closer to home, right?
A big cat expert has received 25 reported sightings of the mysterious beasts all across England over the past couple of days.
But the thing is, right?
Uh,
I think they're sort of nicknaming it the Beast of Hertfordshire, which is cool to me. Like, I love the idea of having that legend, right?
Yeah.
Like in like 20 years' time, someone will come to you and be like, "What's the Beast of Hertfordshire?" And you're just like, "Oh, when I grew up, there was reports of
Back in my
panthers.
day.
Yeah, back in my day, that kind of thing."
I had to fight a panther to get to school.
But there is a big cat sanctuary in Hertfordshire, from what I was just seen.
Is there?
Reports of recent panther sightings have been reinforced by the founder of a big cat sanctuary, and I don't actually know how to say that. I'm not gonna lie.
Send it to me. I'll say it first try, bro.
Wellwind.
Whirlwind.
Wellwind. No, how do you say that? It's Wellwind Garden City. Something I don't know how to say it. I'm sorry. I've never been there.
Woollywind.
It's like a French-looking name, right?
Yeah. A little bit. Oh, my leg.
It's Welsh. It means Welsh friend, apparently. Welling, probably it's probably Welling. Yeah, it's probably Welling. To be honest, or something.
Yeah.
Sorry, whoever lives there. Who said a puma has also been seen roaming near this area. Following a report about a panther crossing a road 50 meters in front of a surprised Harpenden man jogging near Luton Airport, a number of similar sightings have been reported. My man was jogging and there was a panther.
Bro, Homo was jogging, then the song came on, and I was like, you know what? It's done for today.
Sweet dreams are made of these. Apparently none of the cats at sanctuaries have escaped. Apparently they're used for education and conservation purposes, which they had to add.
That's what he said.
He suspects the animal would have come from a private zoo. More than 100 councils have issued people with licenses to keep animals such as tigers and lemurs on private property, according to a Freedom of Information response to the Press Association published in May this year. So, there are private fucking zoos. Apparently more than 100 councils have issued people with licenses to keep animals such as tigers in our area, back where we grew up. Well, where you're still are.
Bro, what the fuck?
It was seen in a woodland, which is part of the property. It was spotted near the sanctuary, looked like a young female. The wild cat would be hunting for rabbits, deer, and hare. Alright, I've got a personal story. There are reports of lynx as well, right? It's not just panthers and tigers, right? So there's lynx as well. Bro, I'm not even lying. I left my house. Yeah. And I walked out and there was this fucking huge, and I'm talking huge cat walking along across the road. Yeah? Mm-hmm. It looks a bit like a lynx. I think it was a lynx, or it was like a cat like a lynx.
Yeah.
I think it was... was it a lynx? It could have been something else. But anyway, yeah. So it was like a lynx-looking cat, right? I think there's a type of wild cat that has been spotted in Scotland, or there's a couple live in Scotland. But so I walk out, right, and this cat is huge, and I'm talking, it's like the size of Missy.
Yeah.
Right. And Missy is Will's dog. She's a Staffordshire Bull Terrier, I think. Is it a Bull Terrier? Staffordshire Bull Terrier? Is that what Staffies are?
She's some sort of fucking dog.
She's a dog. She's a dog. She's a lovely dog, though. She loves me. I miss her. But Yeah, so it's about, I'd say about the size of that, maybe a bit bigger. Quite thick, right? I'm talking thick, like peanut butter thick. Yeah,
That's a thick ass
that's a
boy.
thick ass boy. But yeah. So I walk out, and I'm sort of like following along this cat. I'm not walking along the road, and it's sort of walking the other side of the road. It's not like it's more scared of me. It's cautious of me. It's not like
Yeah.
it ain't looking to attack me. I know that. But I'm trying to figure out. I'm like, bro, is this a lynx, bro? What the fuck is this cat? It is huge and it's staring at me. And then I read about these cats the other day. I should have written them down. I got it on these notes. I saw a video about it and I was like, bruh, I've seen that. I don't think it was a lynx. I think it was a different type of cat. I was like, bro,
Yeah.
that is the cat I saw. That is one of them on the streets, just walking.
Uh,
I'm pretty sure that is one of them. But I'm not gonna like confirm nor deny it. Could literally just be a fucking obese cat. Do you know what I mean? With like mad genes.
yeah. You ain't judging. You don't judge.
Um, but like
Maybe not.
it's great. But here's the point. Like, here's the thing. Right, I'm just reading this now. A spokeswoman for the Hearts Police said that people seeing big cats in the wild should keep a safe distance and phone 101's report. So more and more reports of these are coming out to the point that the police are telling you to be cautious around them.
Yeah.
Like,
Which is fucking nuts to think about.
I mean, yeah, bro. Like, it's like I said, that we grew up close to all of this.
Yeah.
Like, we're not,
We grew up
we
with
didn't
them.
grow up in the city where we were away from like, animals and things. We had forests and woods and hills and fields and
It's not like we live central London.
yeah, like we live on like Hertfordshire's on the outskirts. It's not a borough of London. I don't think it is. I don't know I think they were going to
I don't
make
think
it a
so.
borough of London, but I'm not sure. But like it was kind of like I said, it's kind of terrifying to think about. Like the Beast of Hertfordshire is literally where we grew up,
Yeah.
and
Just me in a fucking cat costume.
yeah, it's just I knew you were into some weird shit, but that just confirms it, doesn't it? Really?
I'm a fairy.
Yeah, rules are fair. Like I said, no judgment.
I'm deep into the
No, no
fairy.
judgment from me, I guess. But like that's crazy because that's just why I kind of wanted to talk about it because I was thinking to myself, all right, let's do a cryptid, and I was thinking, let's do something in the UK. Let's not go to the generic, cryptids, like Bigfoot and Mothman and all that sort of shit. Let's do something in the UK. And I was looking through the list of cryptids, like well-known cryptids, and it said British big cats. And I was like, oh, that could be good because I've actually had a personal sort of, not necessarily like experience
Yeah.
with the big cat itself, but the idea of a big cat sighting and rumors and legends. Like I grew up in the area where those things actually happened for me,
Yeah.
but these sightings go far back, like not
Oh
just the
yeah, they go fuck.
50s, but like way back, right?
Yeah.
Medieval times and things. They spoke about big cats, and we had big cats in the British Isles and things like that. And I don't know, it's kind of crazy. But I just read that the big cat basically would hunt things like rabbits and things like that.
Yeah.
But mate, that video I can't actually kind of can't get over it.
I know it's nuts. That video is actually
It
fucking
is
nuts.
actually genuinely nuts. Um,
Oh yeah.
I'm going to say this honestly. We need to get some camera equipment and we need to go
That'd be
investigate
cool.
some shit.
I'm down.
And if this is in the Aquadrome,
Oh yeah, bro.
we know
Just
that
walk
place.
around,
Do you know
bro.
what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Get some night vision cameras, get some good old gear, and we'll go. Right,
Alright.
maybe one day we'll
Alright.
evolve into that. Do you know what I mean?
We'll
We'll evolve
evolve.
from
We'll
a
evolve.
podcast into a TV show. But yeah, man, I really thought this would be a good subject because, like I said, it's close to home,
Close to home. Yeah.
and I didn't know about the Aquadrome one though. That's crazy.
I didn't even till I saw it.
That's actually crazy.
No, yeah, it's fucking that's crazy to think about. Yeah,
But I love it. It's like it's very. This was in April this year.
yeah, that's fucking recent. I know. Damn.
This is a big. I'm looking at this bigger picture, like zoomed in. It can't be a dog.
No,
The
it can't
tail
be
was
done.
like thick at the back,
Don't
like
get
a
me wrong,
leopard it would be.
shitty quality video, but you can
Well, I
tell
mean
it's
it's
not a
zoomed
dog.
in, I think, isn't it? So you don't see it as
Yeah,
well.
but you can still.
But like the
Oh,
tail's
shit, you
bushy. It
can't.
looks like a leopard's tail, and it moves like a
Yeah.
cat, bro.
This doesn't happen to Dave Attenborough.
Oh, you guys, wait.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
guys can probably hear me watch this video right now, but can't see it. I do apologize.
Episode 2 is called Swan.
Let me rewind that real quick.
Episode 2. It's a little
Oh
swan.
yeah, it's fucking nuts, bro.
It looks like I've just been spotted. It looks over. It's like I've been spotted. Now it's moving away.
I'm more like shit.
It's like it's like slithering away like a cat would when they've been spotted. That's crazy. I didn't know about that. I think we should come back to this topic eventually.
Yeah.
I think we should really investigate this. And I'm being genuinely serious, right? We need to get some camera equipment, bro. Even if, to be honest, iPhones nowadays, mad cameras. Just use iPhone. Nuts cameras. Like even the XR that I have, nuts camera. So
Yeah.
literally can just jump on that, bro. We got to go investigate the Aquadrome. But yeah.
Takes video at zoo. Look, guys, big cats.
Well, I just don't want to. I hope we don't die. To be honest, I don't want to be mauled by a fucking.
As long as one of us gets it on.
Yeah,
camera,
if you get it on camera, then calm. That's calm. But man,
Let's get the
big
content.
cats in Britain. Imagine.
That's fucking that is crazy to think
That
about.
is crazy. Like I said, guys. By the way, I've just reset up my OBS. So if there's any issues, like audio or video, I do apologize. But it doesn't seem to have any issues so far. But yeah, that was. I'm convinced that I saw that one of those big cat fuckers.
One of those big fuckers.
Yeah, one of those big fuckers walking down the road. Yeah, but
If I had my gun on me.
I had my
He
gun.
fucking
It would have died.
He would have been fucking dead.
But yeah, I mean.
Anyways.
But
Anyway,
it kind of the theory of the fringe theory. I can't remember what it was, but I think it was like a disproven theory. I think that's what the definition of it is. Of it being ice age fauna, like ice age animals.
Yeah.
I mean that's kind of cool, I guess.
Yeah.
But personally, I think they are just escaped from like zoos and illegal pets and things.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that is the most believable theory.
But like, they're obviously not a big problem. Otherwise, they wouldn't be. They wouldn't be like a rumor. They'd be a confirmed species. They'd be a confirmed invasive species.
Yeah.
So. I mean, I don't know, man. It's weird. Like I said, they can adapt to the UK weather because they do when they live in zoos in the UK.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we could have like leopards and things like roaming around. So, especially in Scotland, man, they call that the last fortification for wildlife or something in the UK. Like most of the wildlife that's gone extinct in England and things still live up in the Scottish Highlands because it's just so open and wild. It's crazy. So up there, man, they could probably thrive. In all honesty, same with wolves and things.
They could. No, yeah, easily.
So I mean, damn, the Beast of Hertfordshire, man. Maybe we should. We talk about big cats. We should do another episode at some point in the future on big cats in general. Look into more sightings in different areas. Because, like I said, you remember the Beast of Bodmore or whatever it's called, something like that. I think that's a big cat legend. So even that. I'm pretty sure England has hellhound myths as well, which I'm kind of interested.
Hellhound, bro.
I think so.
Fetch me that soul.
Fetch me that's all. But yeah, I think we should do that, and I think we should do an entire episode
we
literally
should.
just for the Hertfordshire one.
Good, bro.
Yeah, that would be kind of cool. But I think we should call it here for this week's episode. I mean, we're going 45 minutes. Last episode was very long.
Fucking should.
You know what? To be honest, I want to go back to doing another ghost story one eventually soon. Like not.
I like ghosts. Yeah.
I've seen so many new.
yeah,
I've seen so
fucking
many
hell.
new stories on Reddit. I really want to like read and talk about, and some pictures and things are really creepy. But
Yeah.
I think we'll call it here. And as always, the next episode subject is a secret, mostly because we haven't chosen it. But it will be a secret, and we'll see you next week with a brand new episode. Goodbye. With a brand new episode. Thank you for checking out Cousins Coffee and Cryptids. First Cryptids.
Many thanks.
Many thanks. We'll get Will reading some stories again eventually when he gets right into the mic and reads the stories. But yeah, I hope you guys have a good.
The fitness grand piece.
Yeah, hope you guys have a good day, a good evening, good rest of your week. Stay spooky, motherfuckers. That was cringy.
Yeah.
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 No, that's our catchphrase now. Now you say it. Say it.
No.
Say
No.
Stay spooky.
No.
Say it.
Stay
Thank you.
spooky.
Bye.
You know,